you should probably be aware of the content that's going out because it has your name on it. Because that can create confusion too. If an email goes out and it's your thing and somebody calls and says, oh, Garrett, man, this was an awesome email. Like, I didn't know that you knew about X, Y, and Z. And you're like, huh? Welcome back, everyone, to Life at 10 Tenths, where we inspire you to live at the pinnacle of your ability and purpose. My name is Matt Benelli. His name is Garrett Fry. And welcome to another amazing episode. If you are brand new to Life at 10 Tenths, we are so excited that you're here. We have a nice kind of quick episode for you today, at least quicker than maybe what our normal ones are. Maybe, I guess we'll find out. But if you are new to our brand, head over to lifeat10tenths.com to learn more about us and what we do and how we can support you in your journey. And we have a few different ways to do it. So go check it out there. Garrett, good morning to you, my friend.
Good morning, sir. How are you today?
Doing great, man. Doing great. It is a good day. We were talking about this yesterday or a couple of days ago, where it's just been a good couple of weeks, like good energy, and I'm just loving it. I'm here for it, for sure.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm excited about this topic today, and I know that we said it might be a little bit of a shorter episode. It's one of those things that we're like, we want to talk about, we just don't know how long we need to circle back around on it. But It's so important because, Matt, we watch people that we were told to outsource. We know we should outsource. We know there's things we don't need to do everything in our business. Yeah. So it's good to find vendors and people that will take care of certain aspects of it. But there's also this element of it out there, Matt, that I think we were talking about. It was like, buyer beware. Yeah. You know, there are vendors, there are things you can bring in that a lot of times can very much change your business and take it to the next level. And there's a lot of services out there. There's also some that actually can damage you. And you don't even realize, in your back of your mind, you're like, got that taken care of, don't need to worry about that anymore. And then all of a sudden it's like, is that really helping, or is it hurting this path that I'm on, this business that I'm building, this growth that I was having? Like, is it really healthy? And I think it's going to be a good discussion, Matt. I think there's some things we need to pay attention to.
And it's probably going to be heavily focused on some social media just because there's so many more levers there. There's a lot of higher frequency. But before even going into that, I think when you're looking at outsourcing, marketing, support, transaction coordination, you really do need to do your effort in vetting those services. And most of you who are listening do that when you're hiring a transaction coordinator or an assistant. Like, you take your time, you figure that out, because these people are going to be communicating with my clients directly. I need to make sure that these people know what they're doing, that they're following a process, which makes sense. But sometimes we get over to the marketing side and they're like, yeah, I heard this one's good, let's go try it. I'm like, these people are also communicating with your clients. So
yeah, I got that taken care of.
Yeah. And so now there are some great baselines. There's a lot of services out there too that I think will they're safe. It's okay. Yeah. It's not going to accelerate your business necessarily. It's not going to damage you, and it's okay. It's another thing. There's a great postcard company out there called Prosecco and Post that I think is
I've heard of it.
Fantastic.
Where are they based out of?
That one. But Garrett, I find the biggest errors in this outsourcing happen with social media. Really do. Because people will choose somebody like, oh, they're going to go post for me every single day. And then it just kind of doesn't work out the way that they expected.
Well, and what's really interesting is there are professional services that will do this. And recently I had somebody that was like, oh, no, I have a friend. They know me. Like, I'm going to have them do it because this is something they can do on the side. They can make this work for me. And I'm like, just pay attention. Just watch it. Like, just really closely up front to make sure what is going out actually represents you, your business, what you stand for. And it was really the first post that went out. The agent called me and was like, okay, thank you for making me pay attention to that. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't like something that was directly making people go like, well, why would they post that? That's really negative. Or it wasn't anything like that. It was just off brand. And this is the thing that I think we all need to be really careful about is that you have a brand that you stand for. You have an image and what people expect when you walk into a room, they go, oh, Matt Bonelli's here. I know exactly what I'm going to get from Matt Bonelli. We might talk about health and fitness. We might talk about goals, strategies, and business planning and that type of stuff. We might talk about being a dad and kids and all that type of stuff and being married. Like, we might talk about all these things. And then all of a sudden, this thing comes out of left field. Is it bad? No, but I never thought I'd be sitting here talking with Matt about gardening like that. Like, I don't get it. Like, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Does Matt even have a vegetable garden? Like, I don't know where this is coming from. And it's funny is that, again, it's not damaging per se in the way of like, oh my gosh, like I'm offended. Like, I don't even know if I would ever want to have a conversation with Matt ever again. I couldn't believe he stands for this. It's just one of those things that makes me go, okay, those pictures don't match. And if those pictures don't match, what other things don't match that maybe I thought I knew about Matt? And now all of a sudden, I don't know if I can refer to Matt. And is it a conscious decision or is it a subconscious decision that I don't know I'm going to refer to Matt? Because usually I'm not thinking this through all at that crazy level. It's more of just like do I want to refer my friend Lisa to Matt? Nope, I'm going to refer somebody else or nobody at all. I don't think we realize how much this can make what we're actually doing as a good thing be damaging.
Welcome to the inside of Garrett Fry's brain. That was fantastic, man.
Dude, this is going all the time, dude. Just
You're so right. Like, it's not that we're worried about someone damaging, because like for the most part, if you're going to hire a professional service, like they're probably not going to do anything that's going to ruffle feathers, right? They're probably
I have seen it, by the way.
They could. And this often happens in social media because like, well, we have to get content out. We have to get content out. We have to get content out. And so like, well, we'll just make a post about this because it seems like it's current events and everything. And people go, whoa. So that's your opinion on that. Never doing business with you ever again. That can happen, but most of the time it just falls into this area of confusion. Like, what? I just don't understand the brand very much anymore. I'm not attached to it in a way. It just seems like there's just things happening that you're doing it for the sake of making a post. And we had this conversation in our group coaching the other day, and one of the people said, well, I ended up finding Keeping Current Matters and having their system, which great company, great data, great information, and it's consistent. You just know what you're going to get out of them. And they have a program where they'll automatically post into your Facebook page or I guess whatever other social media channel.
By the way, we're not currently sponsored by Keeping Current Matters, but Keeping Current Matters, if you're out there, like just okay, keep going, Matt.
If you guys want to, drop a little coin, maybe we can develop an actual official ad spot. Totally,
we can figure that out.
Anybody wants
figure that out, but we'll talk about that later.
But like,
good information.
Like, because and part of it is because they tell you exactly what it is that they do. It's easy to vet them. And this is where, when you're out there as a real estate agent thinking about, hey, I want to get this stuff going on, I actually advocate, like, go do it yourself first, right? Mm-hmm. And unless it's something that like you would know how to do, but particularly when it comes to social media, like go experience it a little bit. Go see what it's like. I don't mean you have to go run your own channels for an entire year and like produce content like you're a movie producer or anything like that, but go experience it a little bit so that you can then find the solution that you're like, hey, I know that this is going to work and it's going to be easy for me to monitor and understand what's going on. And I have a mechanism to maybe stop something. I see this all the time, Garrett, where agents will sign up for my program, quite honestly, and they'll be like, they don't even know what's going out. I mean, we tell everybody, their company tells them, here's what's going out on the email, here's what's going out on the postcards. Like, oh yeah, I didn't even know. You should probably be aware of the content that's going out because it has your name on it. And because that can create confusion too. If an email goes out and it's your thing and somebody calls and says, oh, Garrett, man, this was an awesome email. Like, I didn't know that you knew about X, Y, and Z. And you're like, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, how you don't? Like, because the email came from you and it said, these are just the little things that if you put a system in place, you vet, you follow along with the program. Like, it's just going to help you eliminate confusion, because confusion just creates this gap. You can cure it, Garrett, but like, who wants to spend the time fixing a gap created by confusion when they should be focused on having conversations with their people?
Well, this is where we've joked about recipe cards forever. And the recipe cards, I mean, in the postcard world, I think it's funny. Used to be way bigger. We in talking bad about it for so long might have killed that industry. But I think
the only ones that survive are the people who actually are passionate about a certain recipe.
So here's the interesting thing. Like, it's not that like recipes on postcards are bad. It's that when it doesn't match who you are, that's when it's bad. This is when it causes confusion. So like, if I wanted to take my family recipes and put them out as a monthly, like, here's one of the Fry's family recipes that we have done for years. Here is the stuffing for the turkey that only Garrett likes in the family and Sarah absolutely hates and won't touch and won't go anywhere near. But here's the story behind it, and here's how you can make Garrett's favorite stuffing. Those types of things are interesting because they bring you into my world. It is true. We can have a conversation about it. I can tell you about the crazy stories of making that stuffing with Sarah's grandmother the first Thanksgiving that we were ever all together as a big family, and the fight that we got into in the kitchen. Sarah's grandmother might have won.
The grandmother always wins.
She always wins. So I think like that has a lot of now. Am I gonna still do that postcard? No, because it's not my thing. But if you're going to do it, that's when I've seen it be successful. When all of a sudden it is your family favorite cookie recipe that you guys have been doing for years, and you want to put that out. These are the recipe cards that work because it's on brand. It's on your energy and who you are and what you're about. It's when, as you said, Matt, that recipe goes out and everybody goes, "Oh my gosh, I tried the chicken parmesan and it was incredible." And you're going like, okay, sweet. Like, way to go. And like,
I didn't try it.
Oh no, it was remember the postcard you sent out with the recipe, and you're going, "Oh, I sent a postcard out with yeah. Oh, I'm happy you enjoyed it. Like, happy you tried it." Like, this is where it can be in a weird way damaging because it just doesn't add up. And again, that little bit of confusion, that you never want to have that in your marketing. You never want to have it in your brand. If that is showing up in any way, shape, or form, you don't understand how damaging it is. And it might be that you have a lot of people that want to come use you personally, but I will tell you, you're probably killing your referral side of the business if you're bringing that confusion in.
Yeah, and then you're just spending money on something that's not working for you. And the other side of this too, Garrett, we're talking kind of like some art content pieces here too, is a lot of the programs that people sign up for is just all fluff. Like, there's nothing that's related back to what you actually do. And that's okay to have that as part of your thing. But when you're like, "Oh, I'm going to hire this company," like they say they get all this stuff. It's like, but do they do that for real estate agents? Do they get those results for real estate agents? Are they able to provide the value that has people creating conversations? And we see this with some people who get into these coupon programs, and that's all they do, right? And it's like, well, I always get my coupon from Garrett. Now, I get it. Sometimes it's just good to have that top of mind,
I have gotten into battles with people over this, Matt. Like, I have gotten into and at some point I'm like, it's not worth it. I'm not going to fight this anymore. My funny thing with the coupons, as I've always said, is tell me another business out there that markets somebody else's business. Like, they spend their marketing to market somebody else's business.
But it's all about local, right?
I don't get it. I get it. If you know the actual store owner and you are friends with them and you want to support their business, have at it. If you are just sending coupons out to random places that you've never been to, you are marketing other people's businesses at the realtor's expense.
We shared this story on our old podcast. Maybe that's had to be like 3 years ago, Garrett. You had a client who was doing the coupon cards, and his own brother-in-law thought he was a commercial real estate agent because there was no real estate content ever. The only thing he knew was, you're a real estate agent.
I had him change it over to do a residential real estate postcard, actually send it out through a postcard. And his brother-in-law called him and said, "I didn't realize you sold residential real estate."
It's like, and I'm not saying you can't do the coupon thing, but you also want to make sure you have control of it. I had a client who was doing the coupon things, and they would send out, grab a beer here, grab a beer there, and he doesn't drink. It's not something that he does. And so he would actively go in and remove those things because he was paying attention. And that's the key. It's not saying, don't do this instead. It's pay attention to what is being done and ask yourself, is this something that makes sense for me, is going to connect and bring value to my people? And do I have control over it? Can I adjust it if it's not going to be on brand? Like sending out, go grab a beer on me when people know that I don't drink. It's not something that I do.
One that got me, Matt, and this is probably about 5 years ago. And I was on one of my clients' social media, and this post pops up, and it was two poverty, very, very much kids in poverty sitting on a street corner. And one is combing the other's hair with a rake, a broken off end of a rake. And the caption on it says, some of us were meant to be barbers, others were meant to be realtors. And it was just like,
what?
It was like, oh, wait, hold on. Like what? Okay. Somebody got creative with Canva and put something together and was like, oh yeah, this will be funny and we'll throw it out. So off brand with who this agent was. Like it was so off brand, so off putting that I could not call her fast enough and be like, you need to look at your social. She goes, oh, I don't even know my login. I'm like, you better figure it out real fast. Like, cause you have somebody who's gone rogue. And she goes, well, I just recently hired somebody. I'm like, you need to fire them or fix them because I know for a fact that's not who you are. And instantly she went in and called me and was like, that, oh my gosh, like I can't believe. And it wasn't the only post. There was a couple of them that had gone out. And it's like one of those, like, that's the danger of not paying attention. I love the story you said about the coupons and your gentleman. That's like, I go in and I handpick the ones that are going to go out. They're going to make it to my people. You have to know what's going on until you fully trust the service that is doing it for you. And we have people that we bring in house sometimes. We'll have that person that works directly by our side. And over years, maybe you might go, I trust them. I don't need to worry about them. Sarah, for instance, I have worked with Sarah, my wife, side by side for 25 years now. We've run businesses and worked together. When Sarah says, I'm going to create a PowerPoint, I'm never like, run it by me before it goes out so I can see what it looks like. I know for a fact it is so on brand, on point, perfect that I'm just like, will it be ready? Like, will I have it? And like 15 minutes before we're supposed to do the presentation, she's like, yeah, you'll have it. I'm like, sweet, good. We're set. That level of trust comes with time. And until you have that trust built, you got to pay attention. You got to look at it. You can't just outsource and let it go and be like, don't need to worry about that anymore. That's done. Don't want to do it.
Yeah, particularly if it's a new space. And yes, the goal is to get to that point because we do want you guys to buy your time back. We want you to focus on your people, your conversations, and when you know that your marketing and your support is helping drive more conversations because it's positive and people are feeling connected and understand who you are, fantastic. Like that's where we want to be, and we hope that you guys get there. And so this was just kind of a be cautious, vet the companies that you hire, see some stuff that they've done, and if they don't have a track record, but you're like, hey, I think this person can do a great job, awesome. Just give them some guidelines and monitor what they do, because I don't think that you can totally kill yourself with a bad post. Like, I mean, maybe there are some, but maybe that's the post that really shows who you really are. I don't know.
Well, and Matt, just for fun, because I've been playing around with this for a while now here. I've actually, if you've been in my world, I have fully geeked out in the AI world. I've gone down a total rabbit hole. I have AI writing prompts for me now to get where I want to go. But if I look at this, if you're going to hire on a social media company today, I would go into AI first, and I would say, I'm getting ready to hire somebody to do my social media for me. Please ask me 10 questions. Ask me 20 questions that one at a time that I can answer, that I can give a descriptive piece of information, bullet points, to the person I'm hiring so that they will make sure that all posts and everything going out are following my brand, my image, and what I want to have going out. The interesting thing about it is you know what it is that you think your brand stands for. A lot of us have a hard time telling somebody, here's all the things and the parameters that I want you to work around. Use something like AI to help ask those questions, pull the right information out of you that then you can go and hand over to somebody and say, look, here's your guidelines. Here's what I need you to work around. It would take you about 10, 20 minutes to maybe go through that exercise. And now you've got something you can hand to somebody doing work for you and saying, hey, this is what I expect. They don't need to know that you had AI ask you. You don't need to tell anybody else. But it is a tool out there right now because, again, I think for a lot of us, putting it into words and saying, okay, here's what I want you to do. And we give them like 1/4 of the bigger picture, and then they go run with it. And we go, oh, no, you misunderstood me. That's not exactly what I wanted. I want more of this. And they try again, and you go like, I'm pulling my hair out. Like this isn't getting where I want to go. There's some cool tools out there. You use something like that and see where it takes you. So,
yeah, I agree. I think that's a good advice to help you get started on the vetting and the optimization of all of that stuff. So we promised you a quick one, and I think we delivered on that.
Oh, we definitely. Well, we can just sit here and keep going if you. No. We said it was a quick one. We'll make it a quick one. So, Matt, thank you so much. Everybody who's listening out there, thank you so much. If you want to be part of our world, come check us out at Life at 10 Tenths. If you want to be part of our internal coaching program, which is the 11 Circle, which is the coolest people in the real estate world right now, all come together. We do group coaching. We share ideas. We have an amazing online community. We have an app. A lot of people don't realize we have an app. You can go in there and you can share and comment and connect with people and do online chats just like you could on something like social media, like Facebook and things like that. But you don't get caught up in all the junk and all the other promotions and all the things because you're just hanging out with your people. We created it. We have it. Come play in our world. We'd love to have you there. And if you're not listening on YouTube, go there, subscribe. It doesn't cost you any money. Just hit the subscribe channel. It won't bill you anything at all. And then we also have some lighter memberships inside of our community. So if you go to, again, Life at 10 Tenths and you don't want to do the full commitment to our coaching program, there are some other elements in there that you can just do to support us. And you'll also get some great information, some great chunks of value out of that. So, Matt, did I miss anything? Are we good?
Dude, I think you hit it, man. We're good. Thank you, guys. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. And we cannot wait to talk to you on the next podcast.
Thank you, everybody.